I just saw a video and it said dating apps have created a horrible dynamic for men because there's select few really good looking men and they clean up on those apps. And because they clean up on those apps and they have so many options, they typically are jerks. They have a whole roster, they go from woman to woman. They have multiple women at their beck and call, so they don't really give a shit. And then the rest of the guys are on the dating apps getting no matches because all the other guys are cleaning up. And then the girls that are matching with the good-looking guys, they're saying all men are jerks because they're matching with the select few good-looking guys. And then the men are going, well, women are jerks because I'm not getting any matches. And that's why apps are horrible, because you're just seeing a photo of someone. You don't know anything about the person, you don't know their personality. And personality is huge. Like, how a person is can make or break a person. But you cannot see that on an app. You're merely just judging someone off their appearance. Now in this generation, all of this has created a divide and an anger against men versus women. It's really sad.
Here's the thing about good men. The type of men women online swear don't exist anymore. They do exist. They just have really high standards. And a lot of women don't realize that the same men they're looking for are also looking back at them. So if you're the type of woman who puts herself on a pedestal, who thinks she's the prize, who thinks she's the table, the whole package, but you can't take constructive criticism about your behavior, attitude, or appearance, that man isn't choosing you. They don't want to deal with games. They don't want emotional tantrums when things don't go your way. They want peace, discipline, maturity, and accountability. And here's something I think more women should do. If you have a list of everything you want in your ideal man, loyal, disciplined, hardworking, provider mindset, protective, emotionally stable, make another list of the kind of woman that man would actually choose. Then take a brutally honest look at yourself. And I mean really honest, like strip naked, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Don't look at the version of yourself you describe to your friends. I'm talking about the real one. Because a lot of people say they have standards, but they never ask themselves if they meet the standards of the person they want. And that's usually where the problem is.
Women have no problem telling men, oh, he think he all that. We think he's so fine and he not. He whack, he lame. He not even that cute. Women have no problem doing that to men, but when men turn it around, women find so much fault. Oh, why are we limiting people to this? What about my personality? A lot of women are in a space where they're always condemning the man. Oh no, girl, he was fine, but I don't know. His hairline wasn't perfect. Oh, girl, he was fine, but can you believe that he was wearing Gucci cologne instead of, this cologne? Oh, no, I could never be with a man who wear this cologne. Tell me you broke without telling me you broke. Like, foolish. Oh, it was all good until, he talking about, we could only do this or we could only go on a date here for our first time meeting. Brokey. Like, this is what women do. How do I know? I see it on TikTok on a daily basis.
I probably shouldn't say this, but man to man, you gotta normalize telling a woman that she is not who she thinks she is. Many of them need this reality check desperately. All these modern, useless women getting hyped up 24/7. Instagram likes, DMs, you a queen, go girl comment. That's all free attention everywhere. Now your average woman thinks she's some rare once in history type. It's a delusion epidemic. These women are getting 5 compliments a day and suddenly they believe she's a 10 who offers value, deserves perfection, and every man below baller status is some dusty, raggedy fixture. Social media, honestly, cooked everyone's self-awareness. Attention inflated a female's ego massively.
I think we live in a crazy system of dating. There's women that believe that they can give as little as possible, as minimal as possible, and men are expected to fund their entire life. Pay bill, rent, car payments. It's a system where women can take and take and take, but when asked to give, men are met with a lot of hesitation or downright refusal. Relationships, marriages are give and take on both sides. And if you are looking to be financially dependent upon a man, that he has to meet certain standards, financially, looks-wise, spiritually, personality-wise, maybe have a little bit of status, we cannot get mad at that man for having standards. You have standards. That man is allowed to decide. He's worked hard enough to decide what he wants in his life, what it looks like, it sounds like. And shaming that is immature.
A dating ick I had to get used to when I first started dating after my divorce about 5 years ago was men sending me selfies of themselves completely doing random for absolutely no reason. Why do they do this? I can not for the life of me think of a single reason I should take a picture of myself doing absolutely nothing and send it to someone. It's like, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. It's like, please tell me I'm pretty. Like, I'll take a pic. Honestly, I'll take a pic before I take a random selfie of you sitting in your car as you're going to work to like prove to me that you're going to work. Like, that's cool. That's great. The irony, of course, being that I'm shooting this in my car. I got the idea. I had to say it. But like, I can understand if you're doing something. Like one time a guy, this is when we had the cicadas, he went for a run and he sent me a picture of himself with like cicadas swarming all around him. Like, okay, that's, I mean, horrifying. That almost put me in a mental institution. But like, I understand, like it's emphasizing how many cicadas they are and how blah, blah, blah. But like a selfie of yourself doing absolutely nothing but like smiling like you're in a school picture. Please stop it. This is so gross. It's horrible. It's disgusting. Send me a picture of send me a picture of the omelet that you made. Send me a picture of your disgusting baseboards as you're getting ready to clean them. Anything. But sending me pictures of yourself just to send me a picture, like, I know what you look like. We good.
Bro, what that smell, man? Oh, my life, I used to smell like this. No, my life used to smell like this. 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 Why makes you fuck your bucket, bro?
I can smell it from here. Oh my god. Dating literally turns into a biohazard hostage situation, and can we just note that this guy was wildly uncomfortable and could already smell it before she even opened her legs? Consent goes both ways. If a man says get off of him, you get off of him. Consent doesn't get revoked just because you got your feelings hurt because your coochie got reviewed by the public health department. You see, y'all need to understand something. If you're at a party and you put your whole lower half in a man's face and his response is, what is that smell, bruv? That is not the time to double down and start wrestling the man like you're attempting to impress Dana White. Just so clear to me that he wasn't flirting anymore, and somehow she found a reason to get offended, like he was supposed to smell that and be like, yes, fish market and the last 10 dudes that have been inside you.
Never try to give a woman advice about anything if you're dating her, and here's why. She don't care.
We say, don't worry, baby, you can do this, this, and this, and that will completely resolve your problem. And what is the result of this? She seems more upset.
Never try to give her any advice about anything in her life. Never try to even improve the quality of her life. Never do this.
She's not coming to you for a solution. She's coming to you because she wants to be heard. She wants to vent. She wants to complain.
A lot of times they just want to be heard. They just want to be heard.
So next time your partner comes crying to you or has an issue, don't give her a solution. Just sit there and listen to her.
Your girlfriend does not want your advice. Trust me.
Let them talk the whole time and you just sit back and say, yeah, wow. Oh, that's wild.
This took me a really long time to understand that she actually doesn't want my opinion and she just wants to vent about what's making her feel a certain way.
So every time you offer her a solution, all you are doing is making her feel unheard and more frustrated because she didn't want a solution from you.
Sometimes just listen quietly.
Is it just me, or is dating in your 30s starting to feel like a job interview? And I'm not trying to be negative because obviously we got to get in the field, we got to date fast. But why does it have to feel like a job interview? What do you do for a living? Do you want more kids? When was your last relationship? Like, when did it stop being fun? Like, can I laugh first? Can I laugh first before you ask me 21 questions? Like, don't get me wrong. If you dating with intention, you date with a purpose, you do got to get to the point. But babe, I don't want to feel like I'm speed dating or I'm in a job interview. Does anybody else feel like this dating in their 30s? And let me add the fact that I'm in Atlanta to the layers. It just makes it even worse. Dating is a lot. It's a lot. I just want to laugh. I just want to meet my person. And we ask the main questions that we need to know, and then we go on about our lives. That's all I want. That's it.
What's your craziest dating experience?
Personally, I've only been in one relationship. It was very, very emotional, physical. And I would say that was the craziest I've been through.
Is that why you guys broke up?
Yes, 100%. I broke up with him.
That's good. Which one would you say is worse for someone in a relationship?
Honestly, emotional. Like physical, you feel it, but emotional, for some reason, it just always hits harder.
Would you say that relationship has an impact on how you treat men in the future that you meet?
It definitely is taken into consideration, you know, like if you see the same things and same patterns in one person, seeing it another, it's going to be the same result. It's a just cause and effect. It's been like 4 years, so I've had some time to really work on myself, but I definitely think deep down I have way more to work on.
And once again, I do to a degree understand what Lexi was saying when she said, you know, on dating apps, you're really only getting to know a person or seeing a person based on their level of attraction. That's not the way that you work on dating apps. That's the wrong way to look at them. Oh, they're fine. I want to talk to them. Oh, they look good. I want to talk. Oh, she fine. He fine. I want to talk to him. That might catch your eye, but remember, you're reading that profile to see what they're talking about. And then if you say, seems to match, you send a message. And you're probably going to find, I don't know, multiple women that you like how they look, and then you like their profile. And whichever one you talk to, or whichever one decides to start a conversation, that's the one that you talk to. In my experience, it's something that I did. You know, it might take a little while. I don't want to say that I got a lot of matches on dating apps. Maybe, and I would do a good number of swiping in multiple apps. I go to one and I might go through 50 candidates, and then I go to another one, same thing, and I go to another one, same thing, and then I would just because of the way that I dressed, I would get a fair amount, maybe 5 on one, maybe 7 on another, depending on the time of day, maybe 10, or the time period, maybe 10 on another. And you just go through them, and if none of them, you read their profile, and if none of them piqued your interest, then after reading like I said, the profile and the bio, then you wouldn't really entertain it. But if they did, you'd send the message and you'd say, hey, how are you? And if, sometimes you talk to them. There was this one woman I was talking to at one point in time, and seemed nice enough, but, she was kind of dry. And I took that as, well, maybe she doesn't want to talk, and I quit talking. I said, okay, it didn't seem like you would talk, so have a good day. Or, wish you luck or something like that, and went on to the next one. Right? So if you do it the right way, and you're not picking people at random, like, it's going to take you a little while to do it. But if you're not picking people at random, I think you might, and it's not something that you need to be doing it's not a job. It's just something that I'm kind of looking to see what's going on. Like, you're checking scores, but you don't want to get desperate and burn yourself out and be like, man, I gotta find him. I gotta find somebody today. You might make it a challenge to get through 20 profiles in a day, like actually reading them. Like, you don't have to like, oh, what is this about intently, but kind of looking and saying, they might be interesting, swipe. That might be interesting, she's pretty, swipe. Right? So instead of swiping on all of these women, you start looking at their profiles and then kind of thinking, who might this person be? If this is somebody that looks like she's going, or she might be going in the same direction as me, I'll swipe.
In a relationship and you're madly in love and there's a couple bumps on the road, stick to it. You don't want to be single. In this society right now, you don't want to be single. I have tried dating. I have tried to get married. But I'm letting you know right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a whole different ball game. We are living in a society where dating is like it's a cesspool. And you are dating these people that are just poison. They're not there for you. We're living in an era where these 21-year-olds and these 20-year-olds are hitting on me because they're dating is like a cesspool right now. They live in this whole society where these guys, all they want to do is smash and pass. Women, younger and older, are looking for a good man. The problem is they can't find him. It is the most difficult thing in the world. It's like we can't find each other. And the reason being is because we miss our shot. We don't take our shot. So ladies, if you find a good man and you're with them, work on that relationship because you don't want to be out there. For us men, it is so difficult for us to date right now. It is not the same anymore. It is not what we grew up on. We have TikTok, we have Hinge, we have Bumble, we have Tinder, we have MySpace. Shouts out to all you 80s babies. We have Facebook. In the click of a button and swiping right, we will never, I'm telling you right now, after we click right, we are not going to be in a relationship. Sadly, those apps are ruining today's society. Social media has ruined the dating pool. So if you find somebody, please stick to them because we are living in a society filled with dirty water and dirty fishes that I will never eat. Just telling you right now.
The real problem with modern dating is we're all hurt. Both men and women. We've fallen in love, we've given it everything, and we've had our heart broken. And so the next time you hold back a little more and a little more and a little more until eventually you do meet someone who would have admired you and adored you and respected you and loved you, but they're only meeting the version of you that's protecting yourself. And so men don't 100% pursue women, and women don't soften to the man who could hold them, and something real never gets the opportunity to develop. I'm Harriet, I'm a dating coach, and I would love to hear from you. What's your perspective? What do you think is wrong with modern dating?
All right, if you're in your 20s, you know dating is cooked. It's over for us. I literally just don't even care anymore. There's so many reasons. One, dating apps are terrible. It's a bunch of just matching, complimenting, never talking. Matching, saying, hey, let's make plans, never talking. There's literally no point. It's just a game. It's literally like Clash of Clans at this point. And also, even if you do get to that point, you have to go through a week-long period of texting and stalking each other's social media to see if you would like them. That's not how you get to know somebody in real life. If I meet someone that I'm interested in, I'm off the rip, let's hang out. I want to get to know someone in real life, not over text. That's just how I am. That's how it should be, right? And pursuing people in public is cooked because you're creepy and weird if you do that, especially at the gym, which is the best place to find someone you actually want.
A lot of women are incredibly irrational with what they consider to be acceptable behavior. Think about this. A woman who aggressively confronts a man, or raises her voice, or stands up for herself, is considered to be brave and powerful and strong and independent. But when a man does the exact same thing, he's being toxically masculine. At the same time, women will preach that their ability to show emotion makes them more secure and emotionally intelligent. But when they get into an argument with a man, they'll say things like, I don't know why you're being so emotional, as though it's suddenly a bad thing. So they celebrate acting like toxically masculine men while accusing men of being evil for the exact same behavior. And then they'll mock and belittle men for doing things that they themselves take pride in. So do the math. Women are celebrated for acting both extremely masculine and extremely feminine, while men are ridiculed for both. Still think feminism is about equality? Okay.
Men who go to church are the strongest men out there. I disagree. The biggest problem with the modern church is soft and passive men. Many of them have big hearts, but no spine. It's no wonder women like church and men don't. It's a more feminine message that's suited for women, and a lot of them rule over their husbands who typically just sit there playing on their phone waiting for the service to be over. Not to mention, most of those men are frustrated, which should be unheard of in the church. Gentleness and servitude are extremely important, but they're overshadowing the assertive leadership qualities masculine men need to possess. The church should be a place where men can reclaim their role as a strong, decisive leader. Jesus was the perfect example for men. He balanced strength and gentleness, and he stood strong in his convictions and still showed deep compassion to the sinners around him. Be like Jesus, not the church.
So 70% of women initiate divorce. Is it because women get to a certain age and they think they've settled? Is it because women are now making the same money or similar money or have similar jobs as men, and so they're like, we're not going to put up with this anymore? Is it because their expectations are too high? Is it because life changes, you meet somebody when you're young and you just decide, I don't want to do this anymore? Or is it because men tend to fall in love much quicker than women do? So do women just then fall out of love faster? What is it? What do you think? Listen to our latest episode. It's all about divorce and why it's initiated by women.
Women get custody because the court system favors them.
No, but okay.
And I'll tell you what.
Go on.
And men are punished for being traditional in this country. They are. Because the way the court system, and see this, I'm gonna talk about this because I know things. It's basically the person that spends the most time with the child. Well, if a man wants to protect and provide for his family, who does that punish? The guy for doing the right thing.
But the children spend more time with the mothers. Sometimes men are not as involved.
Correct.
So
But it's because
children that want to go with
right.
the
It's because they're at work though.
Yeah.
But and then
Okay.
if you look at let's talk about what's in the best interest of the child. When you look at single father homes, they fare very similar to two-parent households. When you look at single mother homes, they become
I
criminals.
didn't know that. Yeah.
They become criminals, drug dealers, school shooters. Every really problem that you can look at in society comes from single mother homes. Single father homes, not the same.
Dude, dating is so like, why can't I just find a girl I love? Why can't I get a girl who doesn't want to talk to 10 guys at the same time? Why can't I just have someone who loves me for me instead of asking me, when are you going to buy me the next bag? Why? What has Instagram done? Why? Is that what you want? I just want to put a baby in someone. Gentlemen, do you not want to spread your offspring? Genghis Khan, 40% of the Mongolians have his DNA. We're over here, I can't even find a wife. And if you get a girl pregnant, the next thing you know, she kills the damn baby. Why are you the babies? Dating is
I'm representing strength. I'm saying that we have a lot of power. We have power to make heaven and for our men. And I'm saying, let's try making heaven. Let's try to build him up. If a man has his woman behind him, he will believe he can do anything. And all we need to do is to get our men to believe that they can do anything. And he'll be able to, do much better than he's doing now and come out of the pitiful condition he's in. As I said, I'm not exonerating him. I'm just saying that all of that strength that we have, let's use it in a more positive way instead of just going for self. Nobody told us that all of that being my own person and I'm independent would lead to separation and loneliness. But that's what we had to trade for that.
Ladies, I feel like dating somebody who can't help you financially is a waste of time. How you supposed to be turned on by a nigga that's broke? He can't help you with the light bill. He can't help you with the car payments. He can't buy no groceries. He can't buy you nothing nice. Let's say you texting, I'm sure $500 on the light bill is about to be cut off, and he texts back, can you wait till next Friday? That's when I get paid. Why you waiting until next week when this got it now? By next week, your light's gonna be turned off and you're gonna be in the dark. The fuck? All I'm saying is, if you don't got no money, you shouldn't be trying to talk to a woman. You can't afford to. The fuck?
So, tell me about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Bummer.
Why?
Why don't you rate yourself for me? 7 doesn't count.
I don't know.
So, do you always kiss men on dates?
If I'm attracted to them, I'm sorry, did I do something wrong here?
How many mouths are we talking?
I don't know why you're asking me this. It seems kind of inappropriate.
Let's say you're buying a car. Do you want the Mercedes that's got 32,000 miles on it? Or do you want the brand new Tesla?
I don't know. I'm not into cars.
My cat had an emergency. I'm gonna have to run. It was great to meet you.
You left me the check. Seriously?
And I really like, I think it's DM dating is what his tag was. In TikTok, he was saying, feminism, at least the way it is today, is very toxic. Modern women are celebrated for being both, I put the feminine in quotes, and masculine, because, feminine in quotes, because, are they really feminine or not? So they're celebrated for that. But men, if they should act a certain way, then, women have a problem with it and they start shaming them. The issue is, in a lot of these situations, modern women, they want the choice. And that's why they say things like, I'm just a girl, because I want the choice to be able to mess up or go and be out. I don't even think it's messing up. I want to be able to go in between certain things and do certain things and be able to act a certain way. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. That's how I want to live. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. And that's what they're doing with the men. They're saying, you have to do this. You have to be this way. But for me, I can do whatever I want.
Outside is only dangerous because of men, which is true. Statistics, men.
But that isn't true. Let's get to the root cause of things. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and you don't go to the cause. So the root of it is that without a man and you were just here, you would have been eaten by a lion, a tiger, and bear. And guess what? If the lions and tigers and bears didn't get you, you wouldn't have the ability to gather enough calories for you to last. Because a woman can't manipulate the world how a man can. So let me explain to you how a world would operate with only women and only men. When men get together, we know, oh, he's stronger here, he has this skill here, he got this. Let the best person work this skill, and that creates a hierarchy from top down. When a woman get together, what you think about, you're all emotional. So you're tiptoeing all the time, and you're looking at the sensitivity levels in this woman and that woman because you know that you are sensitive. So what you do is you start looking at everything in an egalitarian sense to equalize everything. You get two, you get two, you get two, you get two. The men don't operate like that. Did you do enough to get two? If you ain't do enough, you're not getting two. You get zero. Put in that work and then you get that. This is why on the Survival series, men, they was cleaning water fast, building fires fast, because they created that hierarchy. They put the best person in position first. The women, they was trying to do everything equal and by committee, so they couldn't create any order and any structure. The world wouldn't be safer without men. Nature more people than any wars and anything you could never imagine. And men, we built infrastructure to protect the woman from nature.
I did not have a prenup. I asked for one, and I was told, Ash, I have known you since we were 20 years old. I've watched you build everything. I would never, ever take that from you. And I trusted him. I lost everything that I worked for since I was 17. A lot of my friends were like, Ash, you need a prenup. I mean, I built everything that I have. I didn't come from generational wealth. I didn't come from any type of inheritance. Like, everything that I have, I did it by myself. They're like, you need to protect that. You need to protect that. Like, yeah, okay. He's a great guy. Because people are like, oh, you know, prenups, you're planning the divorce before you're even married. Okay. If you're driving and you wear a seatbelt, you are not wearing a seatbelt with an anticipation to crash. You are wearing a seatbelt in the event that you do crash. And it is the same exact thing. I'm not a woman of regrets, but that is definitely something that I do regret.
I love to see these videos of these women who become extremely successful outside of their man, where they literally build themselves up from the ground up, and then they end up marrying somebody who didn't really progress in life, man, and then they get a divorce and they take half their stuff, because it's hilarious that these women sound exactly like a man. If you took everything she said right there and put a male's face on it and just put the audio behind the face, you would think that those words were being spoken by a man. Now that women are becoming successful financially, man, and they're getting robbed in the divorce court, all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, this is not fair. How can someone do this? I built all of this. How can you take half? It doesn't feel good, does it, lady? I love to see it, though. Crazy.
Everyone says men become mean when they stop loving you. But what if the truth is he just became tired? A lot of men are called toxic or heartless when they start pulling away. But
many times what's really happening is that the man has already been emotionally exhausted for a long time.
Men are not always loud about their pain. They don't always explain every feeling the way women do. Many men try to fix things quietly, tolerate things quietly, and carry the pressure silently. When a man finally becomes distant, colder, or less patient, people assume he suddenly changed. But most of the time, he didn't change overnight. He just reached the point where he stopped fighting for something he felt he was losing anyway. A man who feels constantly disrespected, unheard, or unappreciated doesn't always know how to communicate that in long emotional conversations. He withdraws. His energy changes, not because he wants to hurt you, but because he's tired of feeling like the villain in a story he feels he has been trying to save. And the truth is, men leave for peace too. Just like women, men also want respect, calm, loyalty, and emotional safety. When a man feels like every conversation turns into conflict, every mistake turns into judgment, and every effort goes unnoticed, something inside him starts to close.
So when he becomes quieter, colder, or distant, sometimes it's not cruelty. Sometimes it's exhaustion.
Because a man doesn't always leave when the relationship ends.
Sometimes he leaves long before that, the moment he realizes the place he was trying to build peace has turned into a place where he constantly feels at war.
A woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the #1 dating problems? I said, if I tell you, you ain't gonna want to hear it. She said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you. She said, what? I said, in most cases, a man has to change for a relationship because women want men to be a particular way. But anytime a man remotely tells them about themselves, of what they want, you have to accept them for them. And that's a problem. You want a grown person to change for you, but you're not willing to change for the grown-up. In most cases, most men don't complain a lot about what they want. You're talking about in most cases, lady, you get in your feelings, you're in denial. Unless you dated some very weak men. If you dated some very weak men, please do not jump in this conversation because you're going to use your very weak men and make that the standard. In most cases, most men complain less about what they want in relationships. And most women think they're better in relationships they are because most men don't complain as much.
And this is another thing. Ladies, love is your big word. You will understand that most men never ask you to love us. We ask you to respect us. Because to us, psychologically, when you respect us, we automatically feel loved. We don't need you to buy us flowers. If you respect us, we feel loved. If you disrespect us, we feel hated. That's not your key word. Your word is love. And we got to learn how to do that better. But we have to understand that plane lands on two different runways from man to woman. For us, it's respect. Respect is actually love. And when we feel disrespected, it feels like hate. Am I right, brothers? All right.
Some of you men are trying to fix disrespect with more patience, more empathy, and more self-sacrifice. And that's exactly why you're stuck. You keep giving her room, giving her grace, and you're trying to say better. But my brother, if the pattern is still the pattern, you're not being wise. You're being available. Because respect is not something you can talk somebody into. Respect is a choice, period. And if she only knows how to respect you when she's happy, when the date went well, when work didn't stress her out, or when you pay for something, my brother, that is not real respect. That's convenience. And that's why a lot of men stay longer than they should. Because when it's good, it's good. She's warm. She's feminine. She says all the right things. And for a second, you try to convince yourself, okay, maybe we're back. That's the version of her you want to believe is the real one. But a relationship is judged by the pattern, not the peak. Consistency is the standard, not the highlight reel. And the moment you admit that the respect is missing, the whole situation changes. It's not a communication puzzle anymore. It's not maybe if I explain it one more time. No. Now it's a decision.
Men have it so easy. Men have it so freaking easy. One, they don't bleed every month, okay? They don't go through literal psychosis 3 weeks out of the month, okay? Which that leaves 1 week that I'm a normal person. That probably goes for every girl. Issue number 2 is, honestly, I really think men have the pick of the litter. Look at the ratio of single pretty women to single pretty men, or like good looking men. Girls, men, okay? That's how it is. Anyway, that's just my thought of the day.
If men have it so easy, then why are 80% of suicides men? And now that ridiculousness is disproven, let's talk about how much of a blaring red flag it is for a woman to blame her literal psychosis on her monthly cycle. As many of you suspect, this is just another item that women can point to in order to not take accountability for their actions. Because hormones have an impact, but they do not control you. That's right, guys. I'm going to tell you the truth, and the truth is that a lot of women are taking advantage of it, and they are exaggerating what is happening.
How did you and Jordan go about navigating intimacy preferences given my history?
Okay, well, it was definitely, I would say it was definitely hard, you know, yeah, it was definitely hard. There were moments where like images I've seen would like come back, and like when times we were like intimate, like it would like flood my brain, and I like literally couldn't focus. Like I could not shut my mind off.
He's fucking weak. I couldn't be asked being that weak. I couldn't. I don't get how much of a beta or a lost soul you can be to be with a bird who was a past hoe, carrying all their dirty baggage. That trust She's ran through and for the streets, and he's the definition of the nice guy. She wants the nice guy to forget all about her past. That's him. Could never be me. Stay walking these streets like big brr.
I was like talking to this guy and on Hinge, and we were getting along really, really well. And then he was like, hey, do you want to do drinks on the first date? And I was like, oh, I don't do drinks on a first date because of a bad experience. Would you be down to get dinner instead? And he said, I don't do dinner on a first date because of a bad experience. And I was like, oh, what's your bad experience? And he was like, oh, well, a lot of girls have gone on first dates with me and then ghosted me. And that's just a lot of money to spend on a first date. He was like, what's your bad experience? And I was like, well, I was drugged on a first date where I went with a guy for drinks, and I just want to be like 100% present. I don't want any alcohol. So that's just what the stakes just feel so different.
And like he was saying, and I think the lady, her name was Ashley, and she didn't sign a prenup. He said, well, I've known you for X amount of years. You know, I've watched you build everything, and then ended up having to basically split what she built since 17, 18, 19, ended up having to split it. It's funny, like the guy was saying, that modern women all of a sudden now understand what men have been saying 20, 30 years ago. Your Honor, this doesn't make any sense. Does she really need this amount of money? You should be taking care of your kid and all that other stuff. They can make all the arguments that they want, however they want, whenever they want. And a man is saying, I get it. I'm not trying to get away from my responsibility. I'm just saying, is this necessary? Does a kid need 50 grand a month? Does a kid need 22 grand a month? How much does it take to actually raise a kid? How much? I mean, for some of these professional athletes, you might say, I mean, well, you don't want your son or your daughter living in, or your kids living in squalor. Okay, I can pay for a $300,000 house, and it'd be a nice house. She doesn't really need anything else. Man, shoot, if you want to, I'll pay for a $1 million home. I've got the money. So they're not going to be living in squalor, or they're going to be living good. How many people own $1 million home? How many people own a home that costs that much? Not a lot. So I took care of that, Your Honor. Now, oh, you want me to pay the medical? I can pay the medical bills as well. I can pay. You want I can put back for a college fund too. Now, continue to tell me why they need 10 grand a month. The woman needs to go out there and work. That's what it is. It doesn't make sense. Men have been saying that for a while.
If a man doesn't invest into you, if a man doesn't pay for dinner dates or your bills or your rent or your nails or your hair, and he doesn't even spend a single dime on you, this man does not love you. This man is saving money for his dream girl to come along while he's piggybacking off you, your resources, your time, your existence, and your money. I'm gonna tell you why I know that he doesn't love you if he doesn't spend money on you while I'm unboxing my new lipstick. If a man truly is in love with you, he will want to invest into you. He wants to provide and protect you. He wants to nurture you and your feminine energy. How does he do it? By spending money on you, by looking after you emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually. He wants to make you a better person. That's the sole purpose of what men are here to do on this planet, to protect and nurture women. Because what do? We carry the portal to life. We become mothers, we look after the children. While we're looking after the children, the man needs to protect us. Now, we don't live in Stone Age times anymore. So our priorities and the resources a man needs to provide have changed. We're not necessarily looking for the fittest guy anymore that can box away a saber-toothed tiger, but we're looking for a man that is financially secure and financially ambitious to offer us the most important resource on this planet, which is money. Just as much as we have the maternal instinct to love unconditionally, to nurture our family and our children, a man has the instinct, the masculine instinct, to provide for a woman. If he doesn't have this instinct with you, he simply doesn't love you. This is my new lip gloss. I got my name engraved. Every single person asked me about the color because it went viral on TikTok. And this is number 11 in satin.
A feminine woman to a real man, if you want him to just melt and have him put it in your hand, show him your softer side. If we are in an argument and whatever it is, and then she gets soft and start to cry, it's done, it's over. But if she's gonna shout and yell with me, she can't outman me. She never will. Never. And it's the softer side that I'm attracted to. I love to see her dance in the shower because those little feminine moves that she do and all that kind of, I'm turning the music up louder. Hit that song, hit repeat on that song. Why? That's what we're attracted to. I'm not attracted to her, I can hold my own. I don't want to hear all that. That's not what I want. That's not what keeps me. And ladies who are married for a long time, this is why we said we don't want you to change. Keep that femininity. Find ways to express your femininity. Because that's what he wants. Fellas, did I miss anything? Am I on point?
One guy said women don't even like going on coffee dates.
No, that means they don't like you. Women do like coffee dates with who they like. But if you have to impress a woman, she doesn't like you. The grand gestures are extra, which is good because look, you know, your girl likes a little extra everything. However, I do strongly feel like the foundation is most important. What kind of women are you even trying to date? If a woman tells you that she doesn't want to go on a coffee date, that's not the woman that you want. She has entitlement issues and or she's not interested in you. Both of those answers should be a no to you. But it shouldn't be about how much should I impress her. Now you get extra points if you impress her. But you want to know what's impressive? Finding out the needs of that woman and providing her with that more so than a dinner. You know, and I'm not talking about, oh, will you pay my cell phone? Or I'm short on my rent. Like these modern entitled women do these days. I'm talking about real stuff that means something.
Yeah.
I have a saying in the school that I have online where the single you is the married you, right? So even when I'm single, I am looking the same as when I'm married. I'm talking the same as when I'm married. There's certain language I don't use. There's certain clothing that I don't put on, even when I'm single. But what women want to believe is the single them is different than the married them. That all of a sudden they're going to become modest and they're going to speak a different way and do a different thing. No, baby, I cook now, clean now. I take care of myself. I take care of the people in my life. I dress modestly. I make sure that I'm clean in my speech, right? The single you is the married you.
So what you got to say about the women who be like they're in the soft girl era, the villain girl era, and hot girl summer?
Life is about patterns, though. And what you've done in the past, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to do it in the future. So that's what people don't realize, that when you practice being degenerate, that's not something you're going to lay down overnight. I tell men this too. Can we be honest? Men who are hoes, men who are out here sleeping around and then think that a ring is going to keep them faithful. It isn't. That's your pattern. That's what you've been doing. So the chances of you continuing to do that is pretty high. Like I really believe in the single us is the married us. So that's why I carry myself a certain way all the time, regardless of my relationship status. There are certain things I'm not going to do, whether I'm single or married. That's what I want our people to return to. And we used to be this way. And that's how Black women got husbands, is being modest and being feminine. And being, yes, I know how to make homemade biscuits.
If you have to announce that you're happily single every 5 seconds of my life, you're not happy. Like, you keep telling these lies to yourself. I'm a single, independent woman, and I'm happily single. I don't need no man. No, shut the fuck up. You do. And it's not obvious that you want a man, but you can't get one because of your mindset. Change your mindset. Stop being petty. Stop getting the ick. Maybe then you'll find somebody.
Most of the super beautiful women that you see on Instagram are single. They're single because they don't know how to act. They can attract you, but they can't keep you because they don't have no character. They don't have no loyalty, and they're fully engrossed into this era. What can you do for me? What you won't do for me, he could do for me. And then that man says, well, go get it from him then. And then now she goes over here to him, and then she says, well, what can you do for me? Well, you can't do for me, they could do for me. Then he says, well, go over there after giving something to him. Now you on 3 guys. It's only been 6 months. You got 2 new bags, but your reputation is wrecked.
Would most men date average looking women if they were deeply feminine?
Yes.
The BBL and booty girls would not agree.
I don't think the
And
majority of the men
bundles.
that I know would ever wife a BBL.
Correct.
And I know a lot of very successful men. I think they'll have fun with the BBL. I think that good men want good women that are kind and that are nice. Most of
How you
these
think we
women
got
don't
here?
move like women. They be moving like men for real.
How do you think we got here?
To all of these loose women.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
That's not supposed to be funny. I'm sorry.
What? How we get to? Is that the question though?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We
that's
got
what he's
to loose
asking.
women because this is what I think.
Call men stupid in every possible way that you can. As time went on, I learned the way to make music. You write what speaks to you, and you write the music that you want to listen to yourself. Call men stupid in every possible way that you can. Let's call men stupid again. F- it.
This very reason, there are very few artists that I will allow my daughter to listen to. Sabrina Carpenter is definitely not one of them. Dua Lipa is one of them. Snow the Product, no problem. Probably the only female rapper that my daughter can listen to. Not listening to Taylor Swift. She's not listening to Olivia Rodrigo. She's not listening to any of these women who make music for girls who beat their boyfriends and then blame their boyfriends for it. Sorry. I already hear the feminists already. Oh my God, you're so controlling. You're so weird. But if I sat up here and I was like, I'm not going to let my son listen to music that blatantly disrespects women, y'all would be like, yay! And that's true. I'm not going to allow him to listen to that. But for some reason, society finds it perfectly fine when we teach little boys how to treat women. But once we start teaching little girls how to treat men, then it's a problem.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
I'm 30. How'd you meet?
We met off of Tinder.
So y'all are talking.
Well, it's not that serious. We had an agreement that like we would just be friends.
Yeah, we're just being friends.
So you couldn't see yourself sleeping with him at all?
I've already slept with them.
How'd you come to that agreement?
I mean, we had both talked about it,
Yeah.
and we're the same way. So we just hang out and we fuck.
Yeah. Like we kind of randomly got to the vibe at the same time. We're like, oh yeah, we're just trying to have fun. nothing serious.
we both want to be single.
Yeah.
So it's a open relationship, friends with benefits.
It's not a relationship.
It's
friends
not
with benefits.
friends with benefits.
It's not an open relationship because that means you're a couple, but we're not a couple.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no relationship
We're
there.
friends
just
who have fun, have sex every now and then.
How long have you been doing this?
A couple of weeks. So we've been
About a month.
Yeah, we've been having a great time. I love it.
Okay, ladies, quick. Look, the England game is on right now. So all the boys are watching the football, have a unique opportunity. I am on a mission to get men to stop being nonchalant loser nerds. We want more chalant kings, okay? Being direct, being intentional, showing up, showing women how they feel. This is our opportunity, okay? While the boys are busy, I need your help. I need you to share one thing. It can be the smallest thing, but one thing that you love when men do it. It could be a compliment, it could be presence, it could be asking a question, whatever it is. Just give the men a little bit. We just need to hold their hands. We just need to give them a little bit of guidance, all right? Share one thing in the comments. What can a man do to show you that he's interested in you, that he's being intentional, and makes you just go, yes? Share it in the comments. Let's go.
You know, I think, and I want people to understand, because they say stuff that honestly and truth is kind of silly. Well, if a man doesn't invest in you, if he doesn't pay for this, if he doesn't pay for that, then he doesn't like you. Oh, it's just at this point in time, why am I continuing to invest in you and there's no return? Who in the world? Where in the world do they do this at? Where you can say, give me $500 and you haven't shown the person any investment. Where do they say, well, you know, give me $500 and I'll get back to you with a business plan at a later date? Well, okay, well, what's the proof of concept? You know, it depends on your level of risk. And well, if you're risk averse, some men are more aggressive, some men are, you know, more conservative, right? But you used to have a balance of, you know, well, I go out and talk to this girl, or I wouldn't necessarily fool around with this girl. But now you have a lot of men are saying, you know, I used to be really risky. I was more aggressive and I would go talk to the girl. I didn't mind it. Not on any creepy stuff, but, you know, I'll do it. You know, worst you can say is no. But now with the way that modern women are acting, and they're not giving anything back and there's no reciprocation, now it's kind of like, I mean, I'm kind of conservative with you guys. I'm not going to approach her. I'm not going to get anything in return.